Welcome to the BXG Podcast, the podcast where pop culture and nerd culture meet.
You think it's just going to be barbecue sauce?
Because if you actually read those books, it's just gobbledygook.
I really think clothes should be mandatory.
Speaking of Star Wars,
Captain America.
trailer reaction video. Tetris, the most sold video game in the history of video games, depending on how you look at the metrics. Over 500 million copies sold of Tetris and its iterations. Did you have Tetris? Do you have a Game Boy?
I had a Game Boy, I had a color Game Boy. Yeah.
It's called Game Boy Color, noob.
Game Boy Color. Sorry.
I apologize.
I knew it was wrong the second I said it, but I knew you'd catch it. No, I had a Game Boy. I had also the big magnifier thing you put in your Game
me
Boy.
too. That had like
cool.
a light on it. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
so
that
you
was
could fool your
cool.
parents. Yeah, I'm in bed.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
I'm playing Tetris until my eyes bleed.
Yep. Hell yeah. I was playing like Legend of Zelda or whatever, but
Oh yeah, Mario and the Six Rings.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Yep. Hell yeah. Bring me back.
Yeah. Well, they just released it's amazing. We're doing a trailer reaction. We're already off topic. They just released on the Switch for the classic arcade Game Boy and Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advance games. And I think one of them is Tetris. In fact, I have Tetris Effect, which is real trippy because they use like music and visuals and everything. Yeah, I wanted to get, as much as we joke about cocaine, I don't use drugs, but I did kind of want to like play Tetris Effect in VR, just like tripping balls on LSD, just because of the trippy sounds and everything. I think it probably would have been like a spiritual awakening, brother.
Your third eye opens for sure.
My third eye opens after Chipotle. So there's that.
Ching.
Oh yeah, I don't have the I don't have the sounds on.
I'm your sound guy now.
There we go.
I am the sound guy now.
So we're doing a trailer reaction for Tetris, a movie on Apple TV Plus. I've recently canceled my subscription to Apple TV Plus because I wasn't watching anything on it, because this is what I watch on Apple TV Plus: Ted Lasso, and the only other thing that I can think of for sure that I watched on it was Cherry, and that was a miss. So I don't feel like they deserve my money currently.
Cherry bomb.
It would have been better to just watch that song performed live for 2 hours consecutive.
Great song.
Tetris, one of the most famous video games in the history of video games. Simple to play, difficult to master. Has a very interesting story. A lot of people don't know Tetris was made in Russia, and that's why like the Kremlin is on like the loading screens for the original games, and it was sold to somebody for like like the rights to Tetris were sold to whoever owns it now, and it's changed hands a few times, but the people who made it originally gave it away for like a box of crackers and a used tampon. So I'm interested to see what the backstory, if this is kind of what this goes into, this movie. I'm interested. This could be something. I know Ted Lasso is right around the corner, but I could re-up my Apple to watch this if it's good. When's this come out? Do we know? Is there a release date on this bad boy? Is it already out? It's probably already out.
Might be already out.
I know Apple likes to shadow drop things.
June 6th, 1984.
No, that's the game, doofus.
I was hoping that was
March 15th.
Okay, so not out.
March 15th. So about 9 days before Ted Lasso.
That made my day doing that, I'm not gonna lie.
What, me calling you a doofus?
No, me saying it was June 6th, 1984. Just that made me happy.
That's older than me.
It.
Huh?
So we missed it.
Yeah,
We missed the whole thing.
we're a little behind. That is before I was born, which means it was definitely before you were born.
Wow. Yep.
Because I am the elder statesman here,
I'm the
As
young man. I'm the whippersnapper of the program.
as it were. Tetris.
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 Tetris. Tetris.
Tetris.
Tetris.
Perfect game.
Which rated R? That's
Hell
It is
yeah.
the most beautiful thing
Let's
I've ever
go.
seen.
A little TNA.
just language.
I played for 5 minutes. I still see falling blocks in my dreams.
You gotta put those things in the right spots,
It's
though.
poetry, art, and math all working in magical synchronicity. It's
Is the volume good? It's a little loud. It's a little loud.
Oh no, it's
the perfect game. Tetris.
Tetris.
Tetris. Tetris.
Then where is it?
Tetris. I don't get it.
Yeah.
it's like trying to
Combination
do that.
of tetra, Greek for 4, and tennis.
Tennis.
The Russian inventor, he likes tennis.
This game isn't just addictive, it stays with you. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Hank, only 10 other people in the world have seen what you're about to see. It's called the Game Boy. Package it with Tetris.
Can you guess the rights? The Soviet Union had worldwide rights. Nothing gets out easily. I'm gonna go to Moscow.
You're walking into a country that still considers America enemy numero uno.
Okie dokie.
You sure you don't have to talk to your wife about this first?
Pioneers have to bet the house to win.
But not literally.
Listen. Have you ever heard our apartment this quiet before?
This is the inventor of Tetris.
Your game is brilliant. I'm gonna make you a millionaire.
Mr. Hodges, have you ever negotiated with the Soviets?
We're here for Tetris.
Вы все здесь только ради денег.
What do you say? I don't speak Russian.
The most powerful man in Communist Party is watching you and your family.
Do you know where your husband is?
What the hell is going on?
The world is changing, and Soviet Union will not be left behind.
You want to play with the big boys? This is how the world works.
Where is my money?
This is insane.
We can't protect you.
Sometimes you gotta forget the rules.
Go, 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 go!
This is criminal. The Soviet Union is about to implode. They're lying. Everybody's lying.
The cavalry is coming.
We don't have time.
I have a plan.
Oh, come on. You guys are the kings of cliffhangers.
Not the bad.
Streaming March 31st. So after Ted Lasso. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all the way in on that.
Hell yeah. I love the music.
Well, yeah. I mean, Final Countdown.
So good.
John S. Baird is the director of this particular film. He's best known for Filth, Stan and Ollie, Stonehouse, Vinyl, TV series, not as much stuff that I know about. Taron Egerton, Toby Jones.
He was Elton John.
Taron Egerton, yeah, is Elton John. Correct.
Yeah. I saw him in person
Yeah.
here in Santa Barbara.
He's
Cool.
he's the Kingsman guy also. He's in the Kingsman movies. And yeah, Rocket Man, like you said. Watership Down. Robin Hood played probably a BBC thing, but yeah, whatever. And then Toby Jones, he's one of that guys. Just trying to see who else, anybody else that we know, like definitely know. A lot of Russian type people. Rick Yoon. Why does that name sound familiar? Is that the dude from Walking Dead? No, it's not.
No.
He's Johnny Tran in Fast and Furious. So there's in the
Ah,
Fast. I'm
hell
sorry. I'm sorry. The Fast and the Furious.
And the Furious, yeah.
The original. I have to make sure the naming conventions are correct. And yeah, Boris the KGB man as a character, so that's funny.
The
Hiroshi.
KGB, and he's going to use an Oreo.
Yeah, that's John Malkovich, obviously. No, I'm really stoked. I think the backstory behind Tetris is really fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was fun for this particular fellow by the looks of it. I'm sure there's some dramatization going on here, but it's interesting to see. Like, I'm always interested to see like some of the backstories about some of these very famous games and like how they came together and how they wound up in our hands and things like that. Because this was like I said, this was a Russian, or I guess Soviet at the time. Like, it was made.
The Ruskies.
Yeah, and I don't know who 1984 who the president or the premier or whatever the terminology there is, if it was Gorbachev yet or not, but I'm not that well versed on Russian history. That's for a different.
We're
podcast.
more of an agriculture
podcast.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see this. It looks really cool. And obviously I'm big into like nerd culture and stuff like that. So I definitely think that this is something we will probably review at the end of March, because that's also going to be kind of like dry spell.
It was Gorbachev.
Mandalorian. Okay,
well,
good.
Yeah. Office February 9th, 1984.
Yeah. Okay. So around this time. Who was before that?
I think that's Konstantin Chernikov. Is that how you say it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah, I mean, what do you think, Tetris?
Looks awesome. I mean, I'm just down. I mean, I like this idea of things like that. I also love books on anything about like Nintendo, Sega, early that, because it's always insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy, all that stuff.
I think they made a documentary of Console Wars.
Yeah, Console was a really good
book about that era. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. This stuff is fascinating. I imagine stuff now is still just as fascinating. It's just there's so much of it. It'd be really hard to do a book of it. I think
it's there's a really good book, and I think there's a sequel to it called Blood, Sweat, and Pixels, and it is like the author takes like 13 games and delves deep into like how they were made and like the backstory and stuff like that. It's by Jason Schreier. I've read the first one. I don't particularly care for him. He's kind of a Muppet. But the content is good. I like his work. It's just that as a person, he's just kind of an asshat. But you know, I can't deny the quality of his work. Basically, I'm also blocked by him on Twitter, which is hilarious because
that's awesome. I never blocked anyone.
He just if you add him and criticize him, he will block you. That's one of his things.
I want to have that rush.
Yeah, sure. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, March 31st streaming. Would we say like the 15th or something in select theaters?
The 31st.
In select theaters. Yeah.
In select theaters. Yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously the game was released in June of 1984.
June 6, 1984.
Yeah. So we missed out on that.
I like things when older than us. That makes me feel good.
Well, Star Wars is older than us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quite a bit. In fact.
I like those things that are just slightly older than us. And it'll always be older than us. Tetris is just slightly. Somebody's like, you're old. And it's like, yeah, I heard a game Tetris.
It's older than me by 2 months.
Older than me by almost a year. Shut your mouth.
Whoa. Calm down.
I'm okay with getting old as long as I have creams.
Creams?
I put a lot of moisturizers and things.
Okay. Yeah. Never use alcohol.
Yeah,
dries out the skin.
No, it'll dry. Yeah.
Yep, if we did our job well, ring the bell, and like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, be a friend, tell a friend. We grow by word of mouth. So hey, watch this trailer reaction video of these two guys, and the one started acting like a fucking moron at the end. Sorry.
That's the way to talk about yourself, friend.
Right. Clearly I was referring to myself. Take care. Bye now.